Audio check, check, check. Shilling, it's blurry on the QA phone. Does it look all right on yours? Because it's definitely blurry on my QA phone. But service here's so bad, it could just be my download on the phone. Let me know in the chat, buddy. Thanks, Lindsay. You beat Shilling there with the younger and faster fingers. I appreciate it. Mama Moon in the game watching. I love it. Greetings. And Jeff, that's what makes you a good husband, man. You're cleaning the kitchen. I love it. All the wives in the live stream are jealous right now because you are cleaning the kitchen. All righty. Good Saturday afternoon. And Yabba Dabba Doo sports fans, welcome to Rochester Ice Center, just outside of Rochester, New York, for this game between your Pittsburgh Steel City Select 16U girls in their traveling blacks with the gold trim, and these Rochester Edge would appear to be white with black and a bluish purple trim on their home uniforms. We're at the Rochester Ice Center. We've been here before, but not to this sheet. This is sheet number 3. It is new this fall. They just opened this up. It's been open about a month. We've got some iffy service here, so we'll as always do the best we can. And as always, this is worth what you pay for it. But I'll give you everything I can with the limited cellular service that is available to me here. I spent all this money on the barn, and I plugged into their guest Wi-Fi, and strapping the commentary as written on a piece of paper and putting it on a pigeon and having that pigeon fly back to Pittsburgh would be faster than their guest Wi-Fi. So the guest Wi-Fi is not going to be a good choice. But I'm going to use my work hotspot, sponsored by Deloitte, and bring you what I can. But even that's a little iffy. The download is fantabulous. The upload leaves a little bit to be desired. So I backed the video resolution down a little bit to lighten the signal and try to get this out. Lineup updates today for your select. Stevens out with a melon. We played that game before, unfortunately. And looking around the ice, I think Schuler's out too. I'm looking around. I don't see her out there. I think Schuler's out too. I don't have a reason on that one. But Schuler's out, and Stevens is out with a melon. So we'll play a little short for this game this morning. I guess it's this afternoon. Here in Rochester, New York, home of Genesee Cream Ale and other assorted Genesee beers. Brewed from the water from the Genesee River, which if I were thinking of rivers that I would take water from to brew beer, that would not be on the list. But nonetheless, that's what they do. As a matter of fact, there's an ad in the far boards for Genesee Beer and Ale, the hometown brew of Rochester, New York. So grab yourself a Genesee Cream Ale and get ready to watch your selects. We got 2.5 to go, and my wife's already tired of my stupidity during the pregame, so I will put her on mute and be back for puck drop. As always, thanks for being here on Wicked Slapshot Productions. All right, the warm-up clock has expired, and the girls are going to head over and get final instructions from Tindy and Coiner. Stevens will run one of the doors over there today, out with a melon. And we're going to get this game underway here. We'll see. I really didn't pay too much attention during the warm-up to see who's going to grab the pipes. We'll figure that out in a minute or two. And I will let you know as we get ready for some select hockey. And my wife is texting my daughter's phone, which I'm going to have to figure out how to unlock. Looks like Kanachi's going to grab the pipes. Let me see what's going on here. I don't know why she's texting that phone. I'm going to look and see. Normally she would text my other phone. I don't even, she's something about shoes. Not critical. We could do that later. All right. We're going to do 17. They got me all confused here. All right, we got 17 on the clock, and there's the face-off edge. Pick it up, and here they come. Time's wrong. I'll fix it at the next break. We got Klein out there with Barfight and Makasenka. Desai and Marshall out back. Kanachi in the pipes, and here come the edge up the far side. Marshall steering that player to the corner. Stops at the half wall. Makasenka's going to pick that one up. Cannot clear. They hold at the far point. Backhand deep behind Kanachi. Desai skates around behind, picks it up. Looking up, sends it across to Marshall. Marshall looking up, tries to put it into heavy traffic for Klein. Didn't do it. Desai over to the point. Makasenka will clear, and here she comes up the wall. Too far for Klein. And I'm off 3 or 4 seconds. We'll fix it next break. This is the easy way to be off as the edge. Dump it. Head for a change. Zivkovic's going to pick it up behind Kanachi. No, it goes all the way around. Kinger's out there now with Claherty and Klein. We're in the middle of a change. Looks like Klein needs to get off. Zivkovic and Desai, so we're a little bit out of sorts, but we'll get it fixed as Claherty comes up the near wall. Claherty skating in deep, single-arming it behind the goalie. Now stops, turns, throws it behind to King. Pilarski streaking, couldn't get it through. Zivkovic's now out here with Kiesel. And they're going to send it all the way down. They're going to wave off the icing on a tip, and they're going to pick it up behind the net. Kiesel sends it up off of Claherty's skate. She never turned to try to get it, and the edge come back the other way. Kiesel pokes that one away, shot to the end wall. In behind Kanachi. They send it out to the near point. And Claherty will chip it out up the near wall. She's going to gain the red line dump, head for a change. And Pilarski takes a bump coming into the zone. Kinger battling on the far wall. Looks like we got Mrazek out here now with Detling and Pilarski. Dahl in the backyard and Kiesel. No. Looks like, I don't know. They're messing me up here. So now we got Taylor out here with Yenny and Mrazek. It looks like Detling and Dahl. I'm not sure who's back on D. We're going to have to wait and see how they line up here. Looks like they got Mrazek back playing D at the far point. Shot from there, tipped in front by Detling, taking heavy pressure from an edge. Edge player has her stick underneath her. Oh, now Detling threw a player down. We're going to get a penalty here on Detling. Girl had her stick under her arm. Detling got pissed and threw her down by her head, and she's going to go sit. Oh, they're going to take them both. Looks like they're going to take them both. That seems fair. We got the edge player holding the stick, and Detling grabbed her by her head and threw her down, and they're both going to go sit. And we'll play 5-on-5 at Coincidentals at 14:42. Get the clock in line here. That looked a little more like a WWE move than a hockey move. As Klein, Taylor, Yenny, Mrazek, and Dahl come out. Looks like they dropped Mrazek back with Schuler out. Over to the near point come the edge, and now Klein picks that up, takes it back the other way. Across to Yenny. Can't handle the pass off the wall. Yenny throws it deeper into the corner. Edge going to get there first. You know Klein's going to battle. She comes out of there with the puck. Still battling back there. Now Taylor comes out of there with it. Taylor in front! Backhand for Yenny. Couldn't bang it home. She was on the doorstep. And they're going to turn content, dump it. Kanachi's going to have to stop that one in the crease. Leave it for Dahl. Dahl up the near wall. Back into center. Too far for Yenny. That's going to go all the way down, and that will be on icing. 14:06. We'll come back here. And we're going to get a change here. Looks like Desai and Marshall out back. Klein, Barfight, and Makasenka up front for this draw. Here comes the Woo crew. I see Claherty, Kiesel, and Coulter, beers in hand, as they put it over to the far point. Shot from there, bouncing puck into the near corner. Desai's going to pick it up there. Desai sends it across. He cannot get it out. As Kiesel sneaks behind me, the birthday boy. Woo! You hear the woo on the broadcast. Barfight down the far wall. Tripping player. Barfight skates around. Comes in front. Can't maintain it. Gets a shot off. Misses everything to the far corner.
Let's go, Steele!
She chipped it and lost it there as Desai steps up. Can't hold. Here it comes back the other way. Edge over to the far point. They shoot it past Pilarski off Marshall into the far corner. Marshall up the near wall. Trying to catch the edge in a change. Didn't do it. Marshall around one. Dumps it into the far corner. Now she is going to head for a change with Desai and Barfight. And looks like Pilarski and Makasenka out there. Zivkovic jumps on with Kiesel. Claherty comes out. So the lines are going to be a bit of a jumbled mess with a couple of players out. As the edge come down the far side. Makasenka steps in front. Pilarski can't clear. This one does come out. Here comes Pilarski with Claherty. My phone is vibrating, but I cannot check it. So somebody's texting me, but I can't do anything with it. And we are chipping it into the near corner. Pilarski backhands. Around to the far side. Out to Kiesel. Kiesel throws it in front. Kinger is down. Pilarski over to Kinger. Kinger back up, trying to chop at it. Stripes in the way. Around the back. Kiesel's right next to me. You can probably hear him cheering. You got the edge going to bring it up the near wall. Elbows Claherty in the face. Now they send it across to the far wall, where Kiesel steps up. Tried to hold, couldn't. And we're going to get a draw.
Up, down, girl! Hey, did you see they had Diamond parking out here?
So we've got chipped it in on the face-off there, and now we've got the edge in the far corner. Sorry, I had to check that text. And they hold it on the far point. And now we've got Mrazek going to pick it up at the blue line, chip it back the other way. Too far for Detling. And now we've got the edge picking it up here in the near corner. Backhand sends it up the wall. Taylor held that. Comes across the high slot. Taylor still shooting across to the far side. And now we've got
Let's go, Steele!
Yenny holding it there. You got Mrazek knocking it down, and as this one comes clear, they poke it. As Mrazek battling her over to the far wall. Mrazek still directing. They cut in front. You got Dahl steps in and blocks that shot at the last second. Now Mrazek behind. Mrazek all the way around to the far side. They hold it at the far point. They chip it. No, they don't chip. Now they do. Mrazek chips it ahead. And this one's going to go all the way down, and that's going to be an icing. 11-14.
Let's go, Black!
As you can hear Kiesel cheering to my right.
Hey, let's go! Let's go, Diamond!
Yeah, Schilling, he's wound up.
Let's go, Kylie!
Birthday boy's a little wound up today. Out to the far point. Dropped lower there as Klein gets pulled down. No call. Shot. Missed everything to the near corner. And this one's going to come back out. Edge pick it up center. Send it across. And Klein battles that, and they knock it in. That's going to be a delayed offsides call as Kanachi leaves it. They tag up. Marshall picks it up. Marshall sends it ahead. High stick on the puck.
Let's go, Kylie!
And as a result, the edge cannot touch it. Makasenka whacks at it. Shot. Goaltender with the save. 10:44 first period. We're going to get a draw from the near circle.
Hey, do you need to hydrate?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Sure.
I'm good. Thank you.
All right.
Brett's offering beer. Is that a Blue Moon? That smells like Blue Moon.
No, this is what they call the hay burner.
Oh, it's a hay burner. There you go. Shot from the near point. Diamond sends it across. Tipped out. Back to Marshall. Marshall to Desai. Desai across to Marshall. Marshall up to Makasenka. Makasenka backhands. It dies right in front of the boards due to stripes. Desai sends it ahead. Klein going to step up. Can't chop it. Makasenka holds it. Edge pick it up on the point. Back to the blue line. Send it ahead. Over to Desai. Desai sends it. Marshall. Marshall in behind the net. Marshall lifts it high for Claherty. Can't maintain it. Here comes back the other way. Down the near point. In front. Goes through everybody. Pilarski picks it up there. Pilarski up ahead to Kinger. Kinger can't quite get it out. Now Marshall. Marshall picks it up there. Marshall backhands it up ahead to Kinger. Kinger chops it out. Can't get it by that edge player. They throw it back in. Tag up clear. Marshall. Marshall picks it up, sends it up ahead to Clawhardy. Clawhardy down the near wall. Stops, turns, spins, falls, loses the puck, hits the boards, falls again. That was a bit of a chaotic play there for Clawhardy. And Zivkovic sends it to Clawhardy. Clawhardy finds Pilarski. It was behind her, though, as Kiesel steps up, whacks it. And we get a glove by the goalie. So they're going to go to the far circle. Pilarski's going to pick it up there in the faceoff, send it across to Kinger. Kinger out to Kiesel. Kiesel throws it in deeper. And this one goes around the backside. And Clawhardy's going to pick it up there, and now they're going to Edge are going to come back the other way. Marshall or Zivkovic push into the corner. Shot off Zivkovic's skate. They leave it for the near point. This one goes around the backside. And Edge center. It's loose in front. Comes out to the near point. They're going to shoot from there. It goes in behind everybody. You see Uncle John sitting down there, Michelle. He did not recognize me. For those of you that have been on this journey, I look a little different than I did this time last year. Shot glove by Kanachi. And with the playoff beard and the weight loss, they did not recognize me. I only get to see him once a year. That's my father's sister's husband. They live up here in Rochester, and they come out to watch the games when we're up here. Taylor going to take this draw. Stripes on a little bit of a delay there. They send it across to the far point. They throw it in deeper. Mrazek and Dahl work in the backyard. Yenny, Taylor, and Detling up front. They get around Dahl. They throw it in front. They cannot corral it there. Detling gets a stick in front. Loses it. Yenny picks it up there. Yenny over to the wall. Yenny throws it out all the way down, and that will be an icing. With 8:18 to go, we're going to come back down here for another draw in the far corner. Mrazek, Dahl back. Yenny, Detling, and Taylor look like they're going to stay up front.
Let's go, Steele!
Taylor going to take this draw as 83 on the edge falls down. They send it over to the near point. Yenny chips it in. And Yenny sends it ahead. Here comes Detling up the near wall. Detling into the near corner. Around back. Centers! Yenny couldn't get a stick on it. Out to the far point. Marshall fanned on it, and here come the edge back the other way. Desai should get there first as Taylor steps in front of that edge player to slow him down. Desai, around back. Desai sends it up for Yenny. Yenny at the blue line, down the near point. Yenny looking in for the center. Hits Taylor. Taylor can't maintain it. She skates up on it. Taylor throws it off the goalie. Rebound out to the far point. Marshall should crank one. Marshall misses everything near side. Desai, near point, throws it deeper for Yenny.
Here we go, Steele!
Yenny around back. Over to the far point. Marshall pinches in, holds it momentarily. She stays there. She throws it in front. Goaltender with the cover.
Let's go, Emma!
They throw it over to the far corner. This one's going to get a draw. It's going to be Klein. Shot in front. Goaltender with the glove. We're going to go over to the far corner again for another draw. The boys are acting up a little bit. There's a little bit of a funny joke that I can't really say on the air, but we're a little distracted. Makasenka in point-blank range shoots. Goaltender with a save. 7:07. That's two quick shots off the faceoff. Klein, bar fight, and Makasenka. I like this line. It's scrappy. Mrazek and Dahl. As Klein's going to take another one here. Klein over to Makasenka. Makasenka out to Mrazek. Mrazek throws it from the point. Tipped in front as Klein levels a girl. They're going to start wrestling in front of the net. This one chips out to Dahl. We'll keep an eye on that one. Across to Klein. Too far. Bounces over her stick into the corner. They're wrestling in front of the net there. Another high hit where then Klein aggressive in the corner again. Oh, Klein got plowed in the corner. You know she's coming out of there fighting. She's whacking with the stick now. This one comes back to center to Mrazek. Mrazek throws it in. They're going to have to tag up. They do, and they're clear. In deep now. Around backside. They come up the far wall, shoot it up high, bounces back to Mrazek. Mrazek sends it ahead, past everybody. And they touched up, and this one comes back the other way. They wave off the icing on a tip. And we will go down around behind the net for Mrazek with 6:15 to go. Up ahead to Klein. Klein's probably got a target on her back after that tackle, if I'm going to be honest with you. We'll keep an eye on that action as Klein got knocked down in front of the selects bench. Now it's going to come back the other way. The edge chip it forward. In around behind. Stripes in the way. Oh, as she levels Mrazek with the forearm. And now Dahl loses the puck there. That's going to be offsides. They can't touch that one. They leave it for Mrazek. Mrazek sends it ahead. Too far for Claherty. This one comes back the other way, in behind. And Dahl picking it up behind the net, around back. Too far for Pilarski. Kinger chips it, leaves this one for Pilarski. Here comes Pilarski with Claherty. She's got to get there. She didn't get there. And didn't stop quick enough to turn around as Kinger chips it in. This game's getting a little aggressive. Kinger reaching. Kinger, careful Kinger. This one goes around to Zivkovic. Zivkovic lower to Claherty in the corner. Claherty around back to Kinger. Kinger with a shot. It's loose in front. Goalie can't cover. Loose into the near corner. Zivkovic. Zivkovic cheats down. Pilarski covers her high. This one goes low in the corner. Zivkovic with a shot. Goaltender with a cover. And with 5:08, we will get a draw near corner. They're buzzing, but this is a good goaltender for the Edge. Kinger going to step in with Pilarski and Claherty. Zivy, Kiesel in the back. Out to Zivy. She gets a shot. Claherty knocked that down. It could have been a high stick. They didn't call it. This one comes up to the point where Kiesel holds it. Now Claherty. Claherty dancing. Claherty still dancing. Claherty backhands, loses a Pilarski with a shot. Didn't get through the mass of bodies in front of the net. Pilarski chips that to the end wall. Battling there. It goes around to the far corner. Kiesel chips in. You got to be careful here, Grace. Nobody's up. As this one comes out to Kiesel. She's going to hold it at the near point, throw it in deeper all the way around the backside into the near corner. They're a little blind down there with the way this rink is constructed. Around the backside, Zivkovic chips it lower, 4:28 to go. These 17-minute periods are long. They chip it up off the wall. It goes all the way down. Arm is up, and that will be an icing. So we'll come back the other way at 4:18. They're running the clock aggressively here. Let's just say that. So we're going to get back down here for this draw. Looks like Yenny, Detling, and Taylor. Marshall and Desai, man in the backyard. Taylor throws it in behind the net off the dot. Careful Taylor. Taylor pulls the skates out of that girl. Stripes is right there. Marshall up, throws a shot. Gets through the mass of bodies and tipped at the last minute as Yenny's down in front of the net. She's a little slow to get up. Yenny is still slow to get up. Something happened in front of that net. Yenny needs to get to the bench. She's skating slow. Something happened to Yenny in front of the bench, in front of the net. She's working her way over to that bench. We'll see. She does finally get there now as they bring it out to the near point as Barfight jumps on. Tipped in front, loose in front. They tip it out, Barfight. Barfight across for Detling. Detling. Yenny made it to the bench and is sitting down for fans of Yenny. We'll keep an eye on that. She looks like she's in some distress. I'm venturing midsection thigh area based on the way she was skating, but there's no way to really know. We've got two remote rules analysts, but no bench analyst. And that one's going to be on icing. 3:17. Kiesel saying he thinks she caught the shot. I think it's a midsection areas where she was favoring her midsection. I don't know. They're tending to her. Klein out here now with Makasenka, Mrazek, and Barfight and Dahl. Mrazek up the far wall. Mrazek loses it. Oh, no, she didn't lose it in front. She threw it in front. Barfight couldn't get a stick on it. They chip it back the other way. This one's going to go all the way down. They wave off the ice, and Klein's going to get there. Klein around back. Klein stops, hits the Uno reverse card, and goes the other way. Klein pushed into the wall. Diamond steps up and steps into an Edge player. Now the Edge skate down the near wall into the near corner. Klein chips that to the wall. Mrazek going to go chase it in the corner. Mrazek sends it ahead. Edge cut it off there. They chip it back up, but not out. Makasenka this time will chip it out. And the Edge are going to regroup with 2:29 up. Dahl battles it ahead.
Let's go, Steele.
Diamond. They're going to be offsides. They tag up, they're clear. And here come the Edge across the top of the zone. They poke it away. Here comes King. Catch the Edge in a change. Nobody there. They take it away from Kinger. Now they battle back to the red line. Edge throw it in deeper. And this one's going to go below the line where Dahl's going to go battle. Edge center cut off by Pilarski. Here comes Pilarski up the far wall. Pilarski coming with King and Claherty. They're all grouped together across the Kinger. Kinger over to Claherty. Claherty back to Kinger. Kinger back to Claherty. Couldn't handle the pass. Now she has it behind the net. Throws it in front. Pilarski not there. Kiesel with a whack of a shot, and they stop it. Rebound, and the goalie covers. And you can see the aggression around that net. But this goaltender just cannot be beat right now. I'm going to go to the far corner. You can hear Kiesel. He is wound up into the far corner for that draw. In behind the net, past Claherty up the near wall. And in the corner, around back, Claherty. Claherty picks it up there. Throws it deeper for Pilarski. Pilarski loses it in the corner. Edge pick it up there, and Kiesel's going to have to retreat. As the Edge come back through, as Pilarski joins the play to even up the numbers. Down the near wall, they stop off Zivkovic. Kiesel cleans it to the wall. Edge pick it up there, throw it in deeper. And now Pilarski. Pilarski around back. She loses the puck back there to an Edge player. Kiesel battling hard, sends it up the wall. Whacks at it, can't get it ahead to Claherty. Now she will. Kinger can't get it out as it goes over. Pilarski sticking to the far corner. Kiesel chases it over there. Kiesel up off Pilarski. Past Kinger. Edge pick it up there with 48 to go. Now Kiesel picks it up. Kiesel dumps it at the blue line and battles with a player. We're going to get a penalty here. Looks like they're getting Kiesel. They're going to get Kiesel for the high stick with 37 to go. Kiesel's going to go to the bin. And we're going to have a power play for the Edge. I'll fix the clock here. 37 seconds. Now I really messed it up. We're at 37 seconds. Rochester Edge power play. And it's on the board. And this clock is killing me. It will not go to 37 seconds. So we got 37 seconds left. And I cannot get it to do that. There we go. We got it to go to 33. So that's close enough. Shot. It's loose in the high slot. This one comes out.
Let's go, Pete.
Klein shorthanded down the near wall. Klein across the front. Klein shooting. Goaltender has no idea where the puck is. And this one's going to go into the near corner. Klein bar fight battling there with a player in the offensive zone. They chip this one in deep, and it looks like they're content to get out of this one. Marshall tie it up back here. No, she's going to try to skate it. Turns it over to an Edge player in the corner. They're banging. Klein knocks it out. Klein shouldering, and that's period. And there's a minute 25 left on the penalty.
You got to accentuate that last name, right?
Yeah.
Denise.
Coulter coming over here participating in the joke I can't tell you about. And we've got 17 to go in the second period now. We will reset the clock. This thing is killing me today. This clock is not behaving. It will not allow me to adjust it. It's killing me, Schilling. It's killing me. All right, now we got it to 17:33. All right, now we got it to 17 minutes. There we go. We got a minute 20 to go in Kiesel's penalty. I got to adjust that again. This new penalty clock is not behaving. All right, minute 20 on the penalty to Kiesel. 17 minutes to go, second period. They got their instruction from Tindy and Coiner, and we're going to go. Canacci's going to take the long skate to the left as Kiesel goes back to the bin. And we are going to bring out Marshall, Klein, bar fight, and decide to kill the rest of this penalty. Canacci to the left, 0-0 after one. A big high-energy first period. Nobody found the back of the net. As Yenny comes from the snack bar with some fries. And Klein's going to step in and take this one. All right. This one comes over to the near wall. They chip it ahead. They retreat. They send it up, and Desai's going to pick that one up. Desai over to Marshall. Marshall, we are on the power play. Just send it down. And that's exactly what she does. And there's no icing. Goaltender has her arm up, but there is no icing when you're short a player. So she's not familiar with the new USA Hockey rules this year. As the Edge pick it up behind with 52 to go in Kiesel's penalty. Oh! They're knocking Desai down, and she's going to go sit in the bin. Desai was aggravating her, and now 55 for the Edge, who's going to go to the bin. They're getting into their brains a little here. So we'll turn the power play off because that's irrelevant now. And we're going to play a little 4-on-4 hockey for 47 seconds, and then we'll get a minute 13 on the power play. Pilarski, Kinger, Mrazek, and Dahl. 16:26 to go. 16:27 in the arena. I'm at 26. As Pilarski, we were told this Edge team can get rough. I think there was some bad blood between these teams last year. Pilarski chips it back out to Dahl. Dahl throws it, hits an Edge player on the way in. Pilarski steps in, holds it. Kinger can't get a stick on it. Kinger still can't get a stick on it. Pilarski can't hold it. Edge come back the other way. Pilarski takes it away down the far wall. She can't get by that Edge player. Dahl steps up. Dahl pulled down, throws it in front of the net. Over to the near corner. Edge up the near wall. Pilarski lets her through. Now we've got Mrazek battling. Edge comes in with it. Edge shoots, and they beat Canacci. Top right corner. And it's 1-0. Tell you, this Edge team's aggressive. They came down that wall hard. Pilarski decided to let her go rather than put some body on her. Mrazek tried. They kept beating him down the wall and ended up loose in front. Canacci had no chance as Desai goes back to check on her. And we've got a whole conglomeration of players here. We need to end up with 4. And somehow we're not. Now we'll get it figured out. So we've got Kinger, Desai, Pilarski, and Marshall out here now. Now they're bringing another one out. No, we only get 4. 10 more seconds of 4-on-4. Kinger puts it ahead. Pilarski jumps it. Here comes Pilarski on the Mort face-off play. Puck into the far corner. Puck around backside. Pilarski still skating with it. Out to the point to decide. Now we're at 5-on-4 power play. Claherty joins. Claherty tried to center for King. Couldn't get it through. Over to the far side. Back to Desai. Desai throws it in front. Goes behind the net. Pilarski. Pilarski puts it in front for Claherty. Pulls the trigger. Goalie save. Claherty spinning into the corner. Claherty on the power play. Pilarski out front. Claherty now in the near corner. Claherty still skating. Puts it in front for Pilarski. Couldn't get her stick down. Edge are going to clear, but it won't go far as Marshall picks it up just outside the red line. She retreats to the blue. Sends it ahead for Pilarski. Pilarski up to Claherty. Claherty leaves it for Kinger on the near wall. Kinger down the near wall. Loses it there. They battle into the corner. And they send it up ahead. Marshall can't get a hand up, and Desai will retreat to the red line with it. Desai to Marshall. Marshall back to Desai. Desai up for Claherty. Too far. Into the far corner where the Edge are going to pick it up there. Kinger going to step in. Claherty steps into that player, and the player maintains the puck behind stripes. Up to the point. Held by Zivkovic. Zivkovic throws it. Hits Kinger up high. Loose in front. Klein couldn't get a shot off. Now here come the Edge back the other way, shorthanded. Zivkovic's going to step over. They get a shot off. Canacci hits it with the blocker into the near corner. They push it into the corner. Now the Edge do. Marshall, now Klein. Klein on the power play. Klein skating out of the zone. Klein chipping it past an Edge player. They pick it up at the blue line. They go tape the tape on the D. They're going to send it deep past Canacci and into the near corner, or the far corner. Zivkovic behind, hit the net, back to Marshall. Marshall looking up. They tip it. They wave that off on a tip. The Keith Hernandez looking stripe does. He's got a robust mustache. And now it comes back the other way as there's a collision here with Kiesel and an edge player. Down the near wall. They send it across into the high slot, short. Oh, wait, power play over. We're back to even. Into the corner now, the edge. They center at high slot. Player knocks that down and maintain it. It's loose on the tape. Clawherty knocks it out, and here she comes up the near wall. Clawherty in on a break, one-on-one with the goalie. Clawherty gets a shot off. Goaltender with a stop. She got in way too deep and never got the shot off. Clawherty stays with it, loses it, picks it back up. High slot. Clawherty still skating. Still skating. Backhands it lower. Makasenka going to have to go dig that one out. Against an edge player 14 times her size. Bar fight in front of the net. Klein on now. Klein gets knocked down along the wall. There's bar fights over there with her. Now Makasenka comes into the front with it. Makasenka with a shot. Goaltender with a cover. And 12:58. We will get a stoppage. And a face-off. Klein, Makasenka, and bar fight out here with Mrazek and Dahl. Got the scrapper line out here. Go to the far corner for this draw. Klein over to bar fight out top to Mrazek. It took too long to get there. And now here come the edge back the other way. They chip it ahead. Bar fight's going to cut that one off. Bar fight loses it. It's in her feet. She loses it. Now Klein overskates. Here comes Klein with it. Klein 3-on-2 if they hurry. Klein with a shot high over the crossbar. Bar fight chips it into the corner behind stripes. Puts it behind stripes again. Klein up the wall for bar fight. Too far. Bar fight gets a stick in there, battling for it. Two edge and a bar fight over there in the corner. And now they chip it back. And Detling and Mrazek are going to go chase it down. It'll be Detling first. Detling in front of Kanachi. Detling up the wall. Edge. Hold. Throw it in deeper behind Kanachi. Dahl. Dahl up the far wall. Too far for Taylor. Detling needs to go chase this one down. Edge are going to get there first. They chip it. Cut off by Yenny. Yenny back out here after the earlier injury. And here comes up the near wall. Mrazek holds at the point. Mrazek can't hold that one. And it tips back past Detling. Out to Dahl. Puck all the way back the other way. Edge chip it up to the blue line. They're battling there. Here comes Yenny with it. Yenny across the high slot. Yenny taking heavy pressure. Puts the puck into the corner. Yenny puts it in behind the goaltender. Around to the far side, Kinger. Kinger tries to put it in front. Never got it through the traffic. As Mrazek heads to the bench, Desai comes on with Marshall. This one out to the far wall. Edge, you're going to pick it up there. They're going to chip it ahead. Marshall's going to cut that off at the blue line. Marshall over to Desai. Desai up. Cannot get it through to Kinger. She tried. This one comes off. They clear the zone. And now Desai over to Marshall. Marshall skating with it. Marshall has some room. Marshall going to pull the trigger. High over the crossbar to the far corner. Kinger picks it up there. Kinger still battling. Throws it in front. Nobody there. Over to the near corner. Pilarski just joining from the bench. She gets there first. Pilarski in behind. Pilarski still skating with it. Pilarski puts it into the feet of a player. It's loose, and Kinger couldn't get a stick on it. They chip it up high and back out. Marshall going to have to step up and poke it. They don't get by her. That long reach. She sends it back the other way as Marshall knocks that down. Clawherty gets out. Marshall gets in. Shoot. Blocked. Into the near corner. Marshall in deep. Marshall shoots again through the goal mouth. Over to the far side to the Genesee Cream Ale ad. Shot from the far point. Covered up by the goaltender. 10-24 second period.
Here we go, Steele.
And we're going to get a change. Looks like Desai's getting a stick from somebody. Tana's over there trying to get Desai a stick. It's not working. Don't know what they're doing. Tana's over there trying to get a stick down, and it is not working. It is not working. We got a stick-related issue. Tana's over there on it.
Way to go, Tana!
They didn't bring the backup stick on the ice. So we got bar fight, Klein, Makasenka, Kiesel, and Zivkovic. We had a stick issue. This one's in Klein's feet. She maintains it. Shot knocked down by a foot in front of the net. Bar fight over in the far circle. Knocks it deeper. Klein going to go to work behind the net. They send it around to the far wall. Zivkovic cheats up. Throws it in back around for Klein. Too far. Comes around back to Makasenka. Makasenka skating. Tried to put it in front for Klein. Couldn't get it off the side of the net. Here come the edge up the near wall. They put it by Barfight. Barfight returns and picks it up. Here she comes. She puts it in front of Klein. Klein down the far wall, maintains it. Klein skating in, puts it across to Makasenka. Makasenka with a shot. It was a little bit of a knuckleball. And the goaltender with a save. Oh, it was Makasenka with the stick issue, not Desai. Looked like it was a Makasenka stick issue. Stripes in the low squat for this faceoff. Measuring with a laser to move those edge players back. This one back to Makasenka. Makasenka turns, sends it out to Kiesel. Kiesel can't handle it at the point, and here come the edge back the other way. You got Zivkovic got a stick in there, couldn't handle it. Kiesel up too far for Makasenka. They're battling on the wall there, Makasenka. Klein jumps in. 2-2 here. Pushing Klein hard. Now Makasenka's pushing hard back. Makasenka with two edge players, 46 times her size. As the edge player falls down, now Kiesel. Kiesel up for Barfight. Barfight throws it in. Makasenka going to go over and chase it, but now, Barfight knocked that down. Now she throws it even deeper. In behind the net. Where the edge are going to pick it up, send it up the wall and out past Kiesel. Kiesel knocked it down. Kiesel tried to send it in deeper, couldn't. Now they send it back the other way, Taylor. Now they whack at it, Detling. Kiesel clears, and it's in deep. Edge pick it up there. Detling got a stick in and stopped that. Yenny holds it. Detling. No, that was Taylor. Taylor across. Yenny can't hold. She stops. She regroups, leaves it for Dull. Dull battling with an edge player. Heavy battle. Dull skates up with it. Gets it to the line where Yenny pokes it in. Yenny loses it. Dull pokes it deeper. Comes in on the goaltender. She's going to cover it up with 8:27. They're going to get a stoppage. And we're going to go again.
Schilling just texted me. He's like, are you dehydrated? I'm like, no, I'm very hydrated.
He's very hydrated, Schilling. He found a place here to purchase hydration.
Water. H2O.
This one comes across. Dahl's going to pick it up here. Dahl stops, turns, circles up the wall. Cannot poke it out. Now Mrazek's going to chase it down back behind the net. Mrazek into the corner. Dahl is not going to get there. Edge are going to maintain it. Now they're going to battle. I think that's Detling over there with Dahl battling. Yenny chips it off the wall to herself. She sends it up the wall. Edge pick it up top of their zone. They chip it out. Mrazek. Mrazek has to wait. She sends it in. Can't. Now Taylor can't maintain it. Mrazek battling hard with an edge player 6 times her size. Oh, and the edge player dumps her. Mrazek get up, get back into battle. And this one comes back the other way. Kinger gets something on it. Can't stop it. As Dahl skates across. Edge chip it up. Yenny bodies her into the wall. Taylor stops, turns, circles. Up for Kinger. Kinger tips it out but can't maintain it. Now here come the edge. Back the other way, D to D. Mrazek. Mrazek stops, turns. As Kinger comes up the wall. Pilarski now up the wall into the corner. They drop it off there. Pilarski skating, cannot maintain it. Here come the edge back the other way. The edge in around the side, the last one. Shot! Kanachi puts that in the near corner. 6:55 to go. Around to the far corner. As the edge knock it lower. Oh, Desai pulled her down. No call. Desai puts her down again. No call. Mrazek battling now. Stripes in the way again. Centering pass cut off by Claherty. Claherty up to Kinger. Here comes Kinger up the near wall. 3 edge back and Kinger. Kinger down the near wall. Kinger dancing with it. Loses it into the corner. And Kinger falls down. Puck around to the front. Oh, Kinger gets buried into the wall. And we're going to get a penalty on the edge here for burying Kinger into the wall. Kinger's up and fine. And the edge are going to go to the bin. And this should be 2 minutes for roughing. 6:22.
Let's go, Kinger.
We'll try this power play thing again. It did not behave last time. As power play 1, Klein, Pilarski, Claherty. Kinger and Marshall come out here to try to even up the score. 6:22. Out to the near point, Marshall. Marshall fires it in. It got tipped. It's loose. Pilarski got a stick on it. Goaltender with a save. And we're at 6:15. Good shots off of that one. And you can see the boys are well hydrated here today. Matt just went and got more hydration for the boys. He brought Brett a straw and a lid. I'm not sure what that's all about. As they drop this one back, it comes out to the point to Marshall. Marshall throws it in front. Pilarski picks it up there, maintains it. She lost her edge, and the edge are going to pick it up there. Pilarski got a stick in there. Be careful. Marshall throws it in front. Goaltender with a cover. And we're going to set it up again with 6:01 to go. Do it again. Minute 39 in the penalty to the edge. As Pilarski steps in on another one. Out to Marshall. This is the third time it's come out across to Klein. Klein surveying. Has Marshall in the high slot. Send it to Marshall. No, Klein held it too long. Now we got a whistle here. We got a penalty on Pilarski for the high stick. I didn't see it, so that'll negate the power play clock.
I think we still had possession.
They're not sure what happened there. The boys are confused as I am. As they're going to go the other way. Now we're going to play 4-on-4 for a minute 29.
I got a straw for you.
And Kiesel has his straw back here. Marshall up the far wall. Klein battling. This game's going to get rougher before it gets better, and we're going to have to keep an eye on that. As this one comes up to Clawhardy one-on-one. Clawhardy dances across the center. Shot! Goaltender with the save. And we're going to get another stoppage. And go to the far corner for this draw.
Let's go, Steele!
Klein, Clawhardy, Marshall, and Desai out here for 4-on-4 hockey. Another minute 13, and then they're going to get a brief 31-second power play. This is exactly what happened the last time. The power play got negated as the edge pick it up. Here they come. Then it gets stopped. Oh, Clawhardy Desai got leveled. And now we've got Marshall. Marshall up. She sends it in, and that's going to be an icing. Backstripes wasn't paying any attention, but it was, in fact, an icing. So... Well, they throw Klein out. Here comes Clawhardy to take the draw. Hey, yeah, you're backwards. You're backwards, Kiesel. You confused me, though. Like, I'm standing here saying, wait a minute.
You're right.
We need Gene and Jeff, the rules analysts here. We're a mess today. Kiesel at the red line.
How do they get the rule book out?
Desai throws it deeper. 4:52 to go, second period. We're having a rough first game here in Rochester. As Clawhardy battles in the corner. Good battle in the corner. Clawhardy falls down, loses the puck. Edge pick it up, send it across. They get it past Zivkovic over to the far corner. She's going to push this player to the corner. Gets a stick in there. Disrupts the player. They send it back out to the point. Clawhardy and Klein over there. They send it in lower. Now we have 4 seconds to go, and they're going to go on a quick power play here. As Clawhardy blocked that shot, but she overskated it. This one goes through the massive bodies. Now they're on a power play for about 30 seconds. Clawhardy in the corner. We're on the power. We're on the kill, Aaliyah. You can ice it here. Clawhardy. Clawhardy cannot get it out. And the edge hold it as Kiesel battles. Kiesel with the cross check. Klein knocks a player down. Here comes Clawhardy shorthanded. Clawhardy down the near wall. She comes in with it. She can't get the shot off as it goes to the end wall. She's been out here a while. She should be heading to the bench, and she does. So we got Taylor out here with Zivkovic and Yenny and Kiesel. Yenny leaves it in Taylor's feet. Penalty over. As that player came across Kiesel and got the worst of that. So we're back to even strength with 3:36 to go. Oh, bad pass in front of the net there, Ziv. Almost ended up in front of an edge player, and now this one comes across to Yenny. Yenny, far side, drops it for Taylor. Taylor tries to go back to Yenny on the give and go. Can't get it through. And they're going to come back the other way as this one comes out. And they're going to be offsides with 3:15 to go in the third period. They're going to play a little Build Me Up Buttercup. We'll see if the boys start. Oh, there's no vocals, so they're not going to sing. They're playing the chorus, or the intro, not the words. So Taylor steps in for that draw. They didn't play the right part for the boys to sing. Oh, there he goes anyway. As that was offsides, but they're not calling it. And Taylor throws it in. Brett still singing Build Me Up Buttercup. Here they come back the other way, the Edge do. Oh, Desai's battling in front of the bench. Keep an eye on these battles. They throw it in deeper. Marshall behind Kanachi. 250. Up too far for Detling. They don't get it out, and now Desai's going to go back behind the net. Desai hits the Uno reverse card, sends it around to Marshall. Marshall up the near wall. Marshall chips it off an Edge player, not out. Shot there. Kanachi knocks it to the end wall in an adventurous save. Now Marshall. Marshall chips it around, too far for Desai. They're going to battle on that wall. Yenny falls down but gets it out as Detling steps over. Now they send it in deeper. Marshall across for Desai, stripes in the way. Desai up, gets it to Yenny, but Yenny can't get a step on that player, and now the Edge come back the other way as Desai pokes it out of there. Now they poke it in deep behind Kanachi. Edge are going to get there first in the near corner. They send it back around behind Taylor. Taylor around, she takes a hit, but the Edge player falls down. Yenny. Taylor and that Edge player still going at it. Yenny up for Detling, can't handle it. She pushes the player up the puck. Here comes Yenny up the wall. Yenny loses the puck. Detling boards that player. We're battling right here in front of us. Keep an eye on that battle. Detling whacks her. Shot high over Kanachi. Desai up the wall. Cannot knock it out at the point. Yenny will. Yenny struggles through two. Throws it in deeper, and that's going to be an icing. Minute 25. Come back the other way.
Let's go, Steele.
Your player's out there, Brett. Brett has a favorite player on the other team. Klein, bar fight, and they took it right in on Jovi off that face-off. She made a big save. Klein, bar fight, Makasenka out here with Dahl and Mrazek in the back. They're going to go over to the far circle for this draw. They battle it up the wall, and bar fight trying to get it ahead to Makasenka, can't get it through. This one comes back. Mrazek tries to cut it off. She's going to have to hurry. She gets there and chips it over to the wall. Oh, they have it in front. They throw it to the far corner. They miss the net. Klein, here comes Klein. Burst to speed up the far wall. Klein still maintaining the puck. Klein on the backhand. Puts it in front. Makasenka couldn't get there in time. Makasenka stops, turns, throws it in front. Klein on the back door. Couldn't settle it down. They had the net open a couple of times on the backside. Just couldn't settle the passes down. There comes the puck up the wall. This one held in by Dahl. Throws it deeper. Makasenka going to get there first on the near wall. Stops, turns, 37 seconds to go. Makasenka across. Too far for Dahl on a bouncing puck. She stops, regroups. Dahl throws it up the wall for Barfight. Barfight leaves it for Klein. Klein looks in front, hits Makasenka at the high slot. Makasenka loses it on the blue line, spins away in anger. Mrazek stops, chops it back the other way to Dahl. Dahl throws it ahead. Goalie's going to have to stop that one with 16 to go. They send it over to the far side. This one comes back to Mrazek. Mrazek down the far wall, and they're going to be offsides with 6.3 to go in the third period. There's the draw at the line. They poke it in deep into the corner. 3-2, 1. And that'll do it for period number 2. It's still 1-0. I'll be back for period number 3. You're watching Wicked Slapshot Productions. All right, we're out for the third period. We've got Kinger out here with Makasenka and Pilarski. They change the lines up. Zivkovic battling. They chip it ahead. Makasenka can't get a stick on it. Here they come back the other way. Oh, Kiesel. Kiesel with a burst of speed down the far wall. Kiesel with a shot tipped high up into the protective netting. And we're going to get a draw on the far circle.
It's away, Grace. Keep going.
Kiesel and Zivy out back. King, Makasenka, and Pilarski up front. They change him up a little bit, try to break the luck. 16:46, Pilarski going to step in. Pilarski over to Kinger. Kinger deep into the corner. Still battling out there with it. Kinger around back over to Makasenka. Makasenka tried to put it back to Kinger. Couldn't. Loose in front. Pilarski whacking at it. Goaltender holding the corner on the post. And we're going to get another stoppage with 16:32.
Stay on the hunt.
So they're buzzing in front of the net, but this goaltender's put on an impressive display of goaltending. Pilarski puts it over to Makasenka. Makasenka couldn't get it out to Zivkovic, and here come the Edge the other way. Up the far wall. Kiesel chips that one away. Here comes Kinger. Kinger with Makasenka. Kinger chips it off the wall, tried to chip it to herself, didn't work. They send it out. Kiesel throws it in. We tag up in deep. And now they're going to stop turn, throw it up, and that's going to go all the way down, and that will be an icing. Back the other way. This new sheet is quite nice. They put backs on the seats on this side, not so much on the other side. But there are backs on the seats on this side, which is a nice welcome addition. And the heaters are quite robust. I'll show you in the next break. As Klein, Diamond, and Claherty. For those who don't know who Diamond is, that's Barfight. Desai and Marshall in the backyard. It comes loose to Claherty, now Barfight. Barfight out to Desai. Desai stops, holds it on the near point, tries to shoot, can't get it through. Claherty over into the near corner. Claherty skating. Klein taking heavy pressure up front. Claherty puts it through the goal mouth. Klein can't get a stick on it. Now Klein around back. Klein. Barfight knocked down in front, no call. And Klein comes bruising through there. Desai stops, puts it across to Claherty. Claherty down the far wall, stops, turns, spins, throws it into the near corner. Lets the team catch up. Barfight going to go battle. Can't get there in time, and now it comes loose into the circle, and the Edge pick it up there. Edge, throw it across, cut off by Marshall. Marshall up the far wall. Marshall with a shot, hits the girl in the leg, and hit her in the pad because she's not skating funny. They're battling on the wall. Klein taking pressure. Barfight jumps in. Klein still taking pressure. Oh, they're punching at Barfight. Now Klein's on the ice. And comes out to Desai. Desai, shot tipped. This one's going to come back out. Marshall's going to hold it. Stops, turns. Claherty. Claherty down the far wall. Claherty tries to center. Can't get it through. Claherty regains. Claherty still skating with it. Claherty high slot now. Still skating with it. Claherty shot. Claherty top left corner. That's 1-1. They gave Claherty all day, and she found the top left corner. And it's 1-1. And as the boys would say, make me a milkshake, Malia. It's 1-1.
Make me a milkshake, Malia.
And there you go. Kiesel wants a milkshake.
Let's go, Steel. Woo!
Yenny, Taylor, Detling,
Steel,
Mrazek, and Dahl. As Yenny picks it up and sends it. Now they send it in. No, Dahl holds that one at the line. As Mrazek stands her up at the blue line. Detling, they're battling with Mrazek now. That girl's looking to hit Mrazek back. We'll keep an eye on that battle. They're still battling over there. Joey, she's small, but she's mighty as Yenny throws it around behind. And the Edge are going to pick it up there. Comes off Yenny's feet. They're battling. Oh, knocks Yenny down behind the net. Yenny's on the puck. She's like, you're going to knock me down? I'm going to sit on it. Now the Edge are going to come out of there with it. Yenny giving her some choice words, probably telling her she likes her makeup. Over to the far point where the Edge send it ahead. This one comes across. Here comes Taylor. Taylor stops, turns up to Dahl. Dahl throws it into the far corner. Got to go to work over there.
That's right in the spot.
Kinger can't quite get there. The edge are going to clear it. Held in by Mrazek. Mrazek over to Yenny. Yenny can't do anything with it. Dahl steps up. Dahl has room. Dahl shoots. Oh, just misses that top right corner. I can see it from here. It missed by mere millimeters off that top right corner from hitting that pipe. This one's loose. Taylor over to Dahl. Dahl going to rip another one. She waited too long. The angle closed as Kinger's going to battle in the corner on this one. 13-10 to go. Kinger. This one loose in front. They're still battling for it. Still loose in front. Shot. Oh, it is a King. Puts it in near left post. She put that stick back in her holster like a gun. And it's 2-1 Steel City. They're buzzing around that net. And it's 2-1 on a goal by Kinger.
I am 4. Let's go, King. King me.
Mighty Mo has changed in this game in this third period. 13:05 to go. Pilarski chips it ahead. This one comes off the glass. Zivy whacks it up the wall. Makasenka sends it in. Goes through Pilarski's feet into the near corner. And this time the edge come back the other way. Here comes Kinger up the near wall. Kinger skating. Kinger still skating. Kinger still skating. Gets knocked down behind the net. No call. Stripes isn't going to call that one. Kiesel sends it in deep. Kinger there can't quite handle it. Here it comes back the other way. Kiesel cuts it off. Kiesel down the near wall with it. And they're going to call him offsides with 12:29 to go.
Strongly disagree.
Brett's filing a union grievance on that offsides call. Diamond, Claherty, Klein. Klein chips it in, and I got the clock back in sync. This one comes back out, Zivkovic. Zivkovic across to Kiesel. Kiesel up to Diamond. Diamond chips it in. Now Claherty dancing on the red blue line. That's dangerous. Claherty still dancing. Claherty still dancing. Loses the puck. Here come the edge back the other way. Klein skates over. They poke it past her all the way down behind Kanachi. Kiesel should get there first. She does. She plays the player and the puck. Puck in her feet. Oh, she whacks at that player. Now here comes Claherty. Claherty sends it up. Claherty up the far wall. Around one edge player. Claherty around another edge player. Knocked off the puck. Klein gets in there with the shot. Goaltender with a save. 11:47. We're going to go to the far circle.
Keep it up, Steel.
Looks like we're going to stay with Barfight, Claherty, and Klein. Desai and Marshall. Klein's going to step in. They put it in behind the net. Barfight's going to go battle. Barfight throws it around the backside over to the far corner where Claherty's going to go battle. Claherty puts a shoulder into that player, waiting for some help. Claherty comes out of there with it. Claherty skating into the circle with it, loses it. Desai steps up. They can't quite hold it, and here come the edge, back the other way. Where Desai's going to chip it out. Klein gets it out. Barfight battling. They dance along the blue line with it. They send it in deeper. Marshall. Marshall around behind the net. Marshall drops it across for Desai. Desai can't push it up the wall further. She's battling with a player 46 times her size. Klein's going to go battle. Holds the player so Marshall can pick up the puck. Marshall skating up the near wall. Barfight screening a player. Over across to Claherty. Claherty with some space. Claherty dancing in. Loses the puck on the toe drag move. Around to the far wall. Marshall steps up. Taylor's going to hold it. No, she can't. Retreats. Sends it in. Claherty's going to tag, and we're clear. They send it ahead. Tipped. Desai pushing. Here comes an edge player. Marshall steps in front of that player. They're beating, they're banging, they're whacking with the stick. Marshall is. This one comes across. Claherty overskates. Claherty falls down. Claherty stands up, picks up the puck. Loses it on the toe drag. Now here comes Taylor with it. Taylor throws it up high, and it hits the protective netting. And we're going to get a draw with 10-21.
Keep it up, P.
We're going to do it again in the near corner. Taylor, Yanni, and Detling. Dahl and Mrazek in the backyard. Hey, Ron, if you're out there. Hello from Rochester. Dahl throws it down low.
Yes.
Oh, Detling couldn't get a stick on it. It's loose. And now Dull stops, turns, throws it back the other way from her knees as she was being pulled down. Now here come the Edge up the near wall. That's Brett's player there. Yenny sends it back the other way. Here comes Detling up the far wall. Detling still skating with it. Detling shoulders the player down. Still maintains the puck. Centers it, hits Taylor. Taylor couldn't handle it. It's loose in front, comes out to Mrazek. Mrazek's going to send it in. Bouncing puck, lays down, and Detling gets into some extracurricular activity in front of the net with an Edge player. She turns and tells her she likes her makeup. 9:45.
Are we doing the line dance here?
I don't know. If you want to, I'll put it on the broadcast.
I don't know.
Here, the boys are going to do the line dance here. Here you go. Taylor with the draw. This one comes out to the point where Kiesel holds it, knocks a player down. Now the Edge come out with it. Here they come back the other way. Down the far wall. Shot! Kanachi. He swallows it up. 9:28 to go. Third period. Still 2-1 selects. You got a little bit of a dance in there, Schilling. We ran out of time. We had to go back to the action. Plus, the boys didn't know the dance, so that didn't help. We've got the draw in the far circle here. Pilarski pushes it to the wall edge. Come out of there with it. Shot up high. Miss everything to the near corner. Zivkovic gets there. Zivkovic sends it up for Makasenka. Makasenka tips it. But that is going to go all the way down, and that will be an icing. So we will come back the other way with 9:14 to go.
Let's go, Peel.
Keep the same players here. Kinger, Makasenka, and Pilarski. Zivkovic, and I lost the other defensive player. Kiesel in the back end. This one comes to the wall. Edge, stop, turn, throw it to the near point. It's out. Kinger can't quite get a jump on it. This one comes back the other way. Kiesel stops, turns, hits the Uno reverse, sends it up. Makasenka has to hit the Jets. She's going to get there, but the puck's going to be deep. Makasenka tries to throw it in front. Can't hit Pilarski. Pilarski recovers on the wall. Loses it over there, and here come the Edge back the other way. Kiesel boards that player and separates her from the puck and lets Pilarski pick it up. Pilarski over to Zivkovic. Zivkovic up too far for Makasenka. They battle here on the wall, Kinger and Makasenka, and a couple of Edge players. Edge pick it up, send it back the other way, Zivkovic across to Kiesel. Kiesel up, can't get it through to Kinger as it gets intercepted. Here come the Edge back the other way with 8:25 to go. Kinger stands her up at the blue line. Zivkovic can't maintain the puck. It's in the feet. Kinger, Zivkovic throws it in behind. Edge, pick it up there. Around behind Pilarski with pressure. Zivkovic tried to block that one, couldn't. It comes out to the near point. Makasenka whacks it near point, can't get it out. Shot! Knocked down by Kiesel. Kinger. Kiesel heads to the bench. It hit her in the best part of the shin pad, though. She's fine. All the way across. Comes all the way down. They wave it off. It doesn't get there anyway. Desai picks it up. Desai behind stripes. Get out of the way. Keith Hernandez. Up to Klein. Klein, there's a whack. There's a stick on the ice as Klein gets leveled. Marshall up ahead. Edge. D to D in their own defensive zone. They send it up. The Edge seem to have lost a step here. Up high into the netting. And we should get a draw either on the dot to the right of the V or back at center. We'll see where they're going. They're going to center. 7:34. Bar fight looking for that cheer. As Kiesel told her to shine bright like a diamond. Klein. Draw there. Bar fight battling for it. It's loose on the dot. That player pushed through bar fight. This one goes all the way around to Marshall. Oh! Marshall got creamed, and there's no call there. Marshall's a little slow to get up. Her hat's off. She's going to head to the bench. Marshall got absolutely creamed. I'm not sure how that's not interference. Clawhardy behind the net. Clawhardy battling as Klein stepped on. Dull shoots, misses everything to the near side. And this one comes all the way across. Now the Edge send it all the way down, and that will be an icing. 6:49. We'll come back down here. Keep an eye over on the bench and see how Marshall's doing. She's up. She's over there adjusting the hat, standing there with Coiner. Looks like Coulter's heading out. As Kleiner takes that draw. Sends it all the way around. Mrazek near point. Sends it in front. Loose in front. They're beating, they're banging, they're whacking. Barfight sends it in. Barfight getting cross-checked in the back heavily. Still battling. Barfight putting up a hell of a battle against a player bigger than her. As that player's now battling with Klein. You know Klein's going to hit too. They're still battling out to the point to Mrazek. Mrazek sends it in front. Misses everything to the near side. They send it out to the near point. This one comes out, and here comes up the wall. Mrazek back. Mrazek going to have to split the difference. It lets Brett's player come in and shoot. Shot over to the far side. Kanachi pushes it across there. Mrazek sends it across to Clawhardy. Clawhardy up with 2 edge back to beat. Clawhardy gets around 1, comes in, shoots. Goaltender puts that to the near corner, far corner rather. As she had 2 players draped on her. They're going to send that one all the way down, and that's going to go weakly, and that should be an icing. I'm surprised he didn't wave that off with 5:50 to go. This one comes back the other way. All right, draw here. We're waiting for Taylor to skate down. Taylor, Yenny, Detling, Zivy, and Kiesel out to the point. Shot. Yenny picks it up behind the net. Throws it in front. Can't get it through to Taylor. As this one comes up the near wall. Edge are going to they're going to battle there. Zivkovic steps in. There's a gang of them there. I can't really see it. They continue to battle. Taylor steps in. Now here they come back the other way. They get it across. Kiesel has body position. She pushes that player off. Zivkovic steps in to help. Kiesel comes across. They continue to battle. Kiesel takes the body to get the puck to the wall. They send it out to the point. Shot from the point. Kanachi got a piece on that one and knocked it down. Couldn't glove it. As Zivkovic sends it out back to neutral. They chip it up ahead. Zivkovic chips it again. This one comes up the wall. Detling battling now. They're battling in front of us. They send it back the other way as Yenny steps into the battle. Yenny pushes that player and the puck. Back behind the goaltender now with 4:53 to go. In around the backside. Here come the edge up the far wall. Oh, just missed hitting Detling in the back to knock it down. Zivy tries to get there. Oh, Zivy's going to get called on the trip here. Zivy's getting called on the trip.
Are you kidding me?
Hey. As we're going to get a whistle here on a marginal call by Stripes is probably the best way to describe that. Zivy to the bin. And 4:42. We'll try the power play functionality again. Doesn't always work, but we're going to try it anyway. This one in the near corner. As Klein is out here with Desai, Barfight, and Marshall to kill this one. Over to the far point. Klein holding on to a stick over here. Barfight battling hard. Can't get it out. They're loose high slot. Shot up high over Kanachi. Marshall up the far wall. It's bouncing. It's banging. And this one comes out. Here comes Barfight turning the Jets on. Oh, Barfight couldn't get on that one. This one comes all the way across. Near point. The player has a step on Desai. Shot. Kanachi throws that one to the wall as Desai takes that player to the wall. In a high slot shot. That one blocked by Desai. And here she comes with Barfight. Here comes Desai. Up the near wall. She's been skating hard on this shift. Across to Barfight. Barfight rips one and misses to the near side. Desai is winded. She needs to get to the bench. Desai has been up and down the ice 3 times so far in this kill. You think she'd be heading to the bench, but no. They bank it up the wall. Desai steps in and holds it. Barfight has to get out. She does. She battles it on the wall there, sends it back in deeper. Now we've got 55 to go in the penalty. Desai's finally going to get to the bench. Looks like Barfight's going to head to the bench too as Dahl joins Marshall. Clawhardy out here now too. The edge, send it up the wall. They chip it ahead. Mrazek cross-checked in the back, no call. Mrazek did the cross-checking there. As Clawhardy, this one comes across to Dahl. Dahl hits the Uno reverse behind the net, sends it up the wall. She gets in front of it on herself. And this one's going to go all the way down with 25 seconds to go. 3:05 on the clock. In behind the goaltender. This one gets intercepted by Dahl. Dahl's going to send this one in deep, too. Can't get her all the way by that edge. Oh, careful, Dahl. She knocks that player down. This one goes into the far corner with 8 to go in the penalty. 2:48 on the clock. The edge, come up. Dahl kicks that one again. That's her third stop. This one comes all the way across. Mrazek knocks it off. Pilarski sends it ahead as Zivkovic goes to the bench, and we're back at even strength. Pilarski skates around. Here she comes back the other way. Pilarski, Claharty King. Pilarski skating with a Pilarski shot. Bouncing puck. Goaltender couldn't cover that one up over to the near wall. 2:25 to go. Claharty taking heavy pressure, maintains the puck. Centering pass, can't quite get it through, and here come the edge back the other way. Kiesel's going to push this player to the corner. Got another player behind her. Kiesel, they get around. Kiesel, shot! Missed everything to the far high corner. Claharty can't get a stick on the puck. Edge maintain it. Now Pilarski battles. Niner steps in. Shot! Kanachi puts that over to the far corner. 2 minutes to go. Claharty picks it up, sends it back out. Kinger at the red line. 3. She's going to dump it in the corner. She was overmanned. She's going to chase it herself. Kinger comes around behind. Kinger out to Kiesel. Kiesel shoots off of a shin pad into the far corner. Pilarski centered. Tried to hit a streaking Claharty, and this comes all the way back the other way. Where's Zivkovic's going to go pick it up in the corner. Minute 35 to go. Zivkovic up for Kinger. Kinger tips it for Claharty. Claharty, heavy pressure, but the puck gets deep. That's more important right now is Claharty battling in front of the net. And we're getting a penalty. That one's going to be on. That should be on the edge for interference. Let's see what they call. And that is what they're going to call. Should be an interference call. Oh, they're going to take them both. They're going to take them both. They're going to take them both. They're going to take them both for the roughing here. So we're going to go 5-on-5 as I'm trying to simmer the boys down. Minute 25. They take them both. Out to the point to Marshall. Marshall blocked. Marshall throws it into the near corner. Around the back. They send it in deeper. This one gets tipped. Here come the edge one-on-one. Desai and an edge player. Desai puts her. Oh, they center. They find somebody high slot. Kanachi says no. Into the far corner. Marshall bodies that player off the puck. And we're going to get a stoppage here. The net is off the moorings. Stripes kicking snow. 51 seconds to go. Far corner.
Here we go, Steele.
Zivkovic, Klein, Barfight, Makasenka, and that's got to be Kiesel on the far side. Surprisingly, the goaltender's not out. Kiesel throws it back to neutral.
Good job, Greg.
This one gets Kiesel. Kiesel picks it up again, can't clear. Down the far side come the edge. They throw it in front over to the far corner. Goaltender not moving. Zivkovic up ahead to Makasenka, can't handle it. Zivkovic again, throw it deep. Now we got Klein. Klein going to pick it up. Klein skating. Klein, red line, dump it. Klein still skating. Klein still skating. Klein in on the goaltender. And it gets covered up with 18.8 to go. We're going to go to the far circle for this draw. We're going to go to the far circle. Pilarski, Klein, Kiesel, Zivkovic, and Barfight. Pilarski going to take this draw. Over to Klein. Klein throws it into the near wall. 15 seconds to go. Edge going to send it ahead. It's going to go all the way down, and that will be an icing. 8 seconds to go. We'll come back the other way. We can tie this up. That'll do it for this game. Kiesel continues to be wound up. Klein into the corner. Edge pick it up there. They're going to tie it up in the corner. They're beating, they're banging. Bar fight around back for Pilarski. Pilarski up top for Kiesel. Kiesel chips it. And that'll do it. Game over. Your selects are going to win the first one, 2-1 here in Rochester over the edge. As always, thanks for watching and bringing the handshake. Get over the YouTube delay, and we will be back this evening for a game against the Junior Americans. You have been watching Wicked Slapshot Productions. Have a good Saturday.